The good, the bad, and the odd will swallow your soul.
Welcome to this episode of The Good, the Bad, and the Odd. We're your host, Mark and Sam. Today we are talking about The Sword and the Sorcerer from 1982. Hi, Sam.
Hey.
Right, so, Sword and the Sorcerer. Well, let's do the usual bookkeeping. Check our show notes or our site, www.thegoodthebadandtheodd.com, if you want to talk to us in any way or follow us. We've got forums and all sorts there. Anyway. That's getting exhausting. I think I'm going to make a pre-recorded message and just insert it in, then I don't forget it. I'll tell you what,
easier.
Let's just listen to a trailer from, I want to specifically talk about this podcast, the Talk Without Rhythm podcast. This is a trailer. It's a bit of an old trailer, but it is a trailer for them. And the reason I'm talking about them specifically is El Goro, who runs that podcast, is doing a 31 Days of Halloween. He's doing one film every day. And it's horror films he's not seen. And he's been doing it, I think, for several years. I've certainly listened to at least 2 years before this, 31 films. And they're really good. They're really good to listen to. So I really encourage any listeners to go over and try and pick up 31 Days of Halloween. He talks about some interesting films. Especially now he's been doing it for several years. He's picking more and more obscure films because he's seen so many. He can only, it's only obscure kind of ones left. And they're really interesting. Anyway, here's that trailer.
One dark and stormy night in the mid-'80s, Joe Bob Briggs, Harlan Ellison, and the ghost of El Santo pulled a train on Elvira while Siskel and Ebert sobbingly masturbated in the corner. From that union arose the greatest movie critic and luchador that ever lived. But we're not going to talk about him. He's kind of a dick. Instead, we're going to talk about me, El Goro, the stuttering movie fan and host of the Talk Without Rhythm podcast. Every week on Talk Without Rhythm, I discuss 2 to 3 movies tangentially tied together by a theme. I cover action.
I'm the most complete fighter in the world.
Sci-fi.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Horror.
Oh, no tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering.
And the continuing adventures of James Spader, sexual deviant.
You're not worried that I'm going to fuck you, are you? I'm not interested in that, not in the least. Now pull up your skirt.
So check me out at tworpodcast.blogspot.com, drunkenzombie.com, or subscribe on iTunes. Talk Without Rhythm, the only podcast that will not attract the world. Adios!
Okay then, so let's pull up the comfy chair.
Get the comfy chair!
How much have you watched this last time or done, or what do you want to talk about?
Not much, actually. I've only done 3 things that I can really think of.
I've done 3 films. I will mention I've been on another podcast called United Nations of Horror, talking about The Wicker Man, and I love The Wicker Man, so I think I took their ears off a bit, actually. It turned out to be the longest podcast I've ever taken part in, and I've taken part in some long ones. It was nearly 3 hours of recording, I think.
Oh my God.
And I talked for a lot of it. I feel a bit bad, really. But I really love this film, and I know a lot about it, so But we didn't just talk about the one. We talked about the Wicker Man remake, the Cage one,
that sounds,
and the Wicker Tree as well, which was kind of a companion film to the original, made by the same director, and I think he had a hand in the writing of this one called Wicker Tree. You know what? The Cage one was fine. It wasn't great at all. It was about watchable, but he was fine. And there's the 2 tropes. Is it 2? The bees and the how did it burn? How did it get burned? How did it get that bit? But he was all right. He was the best thing in it.
Bees and the bear punching bit.
Oh yes, there was the punching. Yes, I forgot about that. See Nicolas Cage punch a woman. Yes, but I always liked Nicolas Cage. I never saw a performance by Nicolas Cage I didn't enjoy. Let's put it that way. Yeah, but The Wicker Man, Christopher Lee, awesome. Anyway, go listen to that, United Nations of Horror. Having said that, it might be this recording, it might be out before that one. So if you can't find it, go back. There's only been one, they've only done one show. So The Wicker Man's their second show. So just keep rechecking the site if it's not out. Okay, so you've done 3, did you say? And I think I've done
3.
I've done I've already talked about it.
One of them you're really gonna like be kind of interested in. Another you're gonna just laugh at me for doing. But
okay, all right. Do you want to go first or shall I? I've got two, so you best go first.
Okay, I actually played the prequel to Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. The one.
Oh, you played it through because it's quite short, isn't it?
Yeah, I did it in less than an hour.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that.
But
short.
it's got like 80 sort of bonus stuff you can do. Just the way you go around and do stuff in the camp.
I do hear it's very, very replayable.
Yeah, because it's basically here's a camp, here's two people you have to rescue. Go ahead.
So was it PS4 or 3?
I was on PS4. So
what did it look like? Did it look good?
Oh, it looked really good.
Because I'll tell you for why, I've got it on Xbox.
It was in bits horrifyingly good.
Oh, I see. Oh, you tell about it.
There's a whole section where you find out one of these people that you have to rescue has had she's unconscious at this point in a helicopter getting out of there.
Yeah.
She's like lying on her back, sort of like moaning, groaning. And then like, this medic that's with you, like sort of starts checking her over. Pulls apart she's in like a boiler suit, so it pulls apart the stomach bit, and there's a big surgery, like fresh surgery scar.
Oh, that's not good.
You proceed to watch 5 minutes of this girl being slowly opened up and them having to rummage around in her stomach for a bomb.
I'll watch out for that.
Unflinching detail.
Now, do you have to take part in it, or can you just
but
go
you
read?
Can't skip it.
But you can go read.
Yeah.
Oh well, at least you don't. At least you don't have to wait there and press buttons. I can deal with it if you don't have to watch it. But I'll bear that in mind if I'm playing it like that.
Yeah.
I just got it myself on. It's free on Xbox Gold, which is kind of cool. But it looks terrible on an Xbox 360.
Wow.
It looks really pixelated. Maybe that's deliberate. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't on the PS4, so.
Yeah. I thought, oh, cool, I'll be able to play this for free. But the controls are a little different, and I found it a bit disconcerting. So I think I'm going to have to finish Phantom Pain, give it a break, and then go to the Ground Zeroes, because the controls are slightly different, and I find it a bit off-putting. So, anyway, was it a good game?
Yeah, it was a really fun game. The stealth mechanics are all pretty good, and it's a very grim sort of thing going on. Even before the whole surgery thing, you find like people who've had bolts put through their Achilles, and when I say bolt, I mean like a nut and bolt. They've screwed their Achilles to pieces.
Why?
To stop them running away.
Oh, they've hobbled them then?
Yeah.
Oh, nasty. It is a fun game, though.
Yeah, it's fun as much as watching teenagers explode. And
oh, yeah, that sounds like fun. It's one of the guys that I work with. He knows Metal Gear Solid backwards, and he keeps ranting on about how good the earlier games are, and you've got to go back and play them. And to be honest, I've bought them, but I did buy them in one on my Vita, and it's terrible on a Vita. It's truly horrendous.
Just don't.
Yeah.
I suggest getting a PS3 and getting the HD edition, and then downloading the first game, because the HD edition doesn't come with the first game.
Can you get the other? You can get the other games on PS4 though.
No.
Oh, it's only on PS3.
So far, yeah. I presume they're going to put it on PS4.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to buy a PS3 just to play them. That's for sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you intend? Are you going to be replaying it? And replaying it and replaying it. If it's
maybe, but I think this is the one.
I think
this may just be like a one-time through.
That's a shame. Maybe you can. Oh, yours is PS4, so I can lend it. Yeah. Maybe, just to see the difference, really. Or if you want to sell it, I might buy it off you. We'll see.
So what?
You said you had it on PS4. Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, downloaded.
Oh, my mistake. How much was it?
I didn't pay for it. It was like a PS Plus thing months ago.
Oh, and you just happened to have it?
Yeah.
Oh, you luck box. Okay. All right, shall I go? You're going to laugh at me for this. I'll tell you. Pitch Perfect, 2012. Watched it last night.
Yeah, that's actually worse than what I'm going to say. So
yeah, I liked it. There was some funny stuff in it. It was very... I don't know. This is really. I'm going to sound like a really old man, but it just felt like it was channeling the spirit of the kids from Fame. Really. Have you heard of the kids from Fame?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Channeling Glee or a High School Musical, that kind of thing. It was that kind of stuff. It was more fun than I was expecting. I actually did enjoy it. I'll give it 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it that much. There was one bit that I was simultaneously gagging and laughing at. No, it isn't a spoiler. Basically, there's a huge puddle of puke on this floor, and this girl falls in it backwards, so she's lying in it. Like, really disgusting puke. It reminded me a bit of, is it Problem Child or Problem Child 2, where there's a massive puking session in a fairground. Yeah. It was kind of like that, really messy. She's just lying there, and you think she's so mortified what she does, she can't move, but then she starts moving, and she starts doing a puke angel. Which is revolting, but it just made me laugh so much. It's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
Dear.
I kind of liked it. It was fun. Okay. Right, anyway, back to you.
Okay, now I'm gonna get some flack from this from you, but I already know. But just a bit of framing. I was on Reddit and someone was complaining about this show that their kid watched. They're like, man, this show's messed up. It's got all these weird morals. It's like some old show. And other people were like, well, what is it? And they were, Thomas the Tank Engine.
Really?
Yeah, I'm thinking...
What's wrong with Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, that's what I thought at first. But then I was thinking, like, it is kind of weird that the trains are away. Aside from the trains being away, it's like they're basically forced to do work under threat of death constantly.
Yeah, I guess so. You're not telling me someone said it's an allegory of slavery, are you?
Yeah, there were a few people chucking that out.
Oh my! Yeah, I mean that's just troll. Let's troll today.
Yeah, but then I went back and watched a couple, and the show is weirdly violent towards these trains.
There's lots of crashing.
Yeah, there's
people left in sidings for years on end and all that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of they just turned this guy into a boiler and buried him. Yeah, that's it. That's the end for that character.
Yeah. I've forgotten what his name is. I know the one you mean. I think it's not James, is it?
No. It's like
Trevor. No, that's the traction engineer.
No, they have a flashback to a load of older trains, and it's one of that group.
Okay, so you've been watching Thomas the Tank Engine.
I watched like 5 episodes of Thomas the Tank Engine.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Was it Ringo Starr or the other fella?
There were a couple of them were the American version. I've got to say, George Carlin is surprisingly good.
Oh, did George Carlin did it?
Yeah,
I can see George Carlin. He's got a very distinctive and quite pleasant to listen to voice. It's gruff, but it's kind of nice to listen to. So yeah, I can see that completely.
Yeah, but a lot of the sort of framing of the model work looked sort of familiar, so I actually looked into it. The guy who did all the model work on Thomas the Tank Engine was the guy who did the model work on Thunderbirds.
I was just going to say, was it Thunderbirds? Because the trains don't look anything like the backgrounds kind of do.
The backgrounds, and particularly there's a bit where a boulder crashes into a shed and it lets out this huge explosion.
Yeah.
Like fire and everything. And it's like, that's very Thunderbirds.
That's very Thunderbirds. Nice. Okay, so you've been having fun watching Thomas the Tank. Right, I'll tell you, shall I go next?
Yeah, my other one's like, not even, I won't even talk about it because I talked about it a lot before, so.
Yeah, I think that could be 2 things. Anyway,
it's Dark Souls. I'll just say.
Oh, sorry, 3 things.
What were the other 2?
That anime you keep going on about.
Evangelion.
Yeah, and there's one other thing you always go. Well, it's not one thing. There's always something involving dragon in some.
Yeah,
something about a dragon. Either Dragon Age or Dragon's the World. Dragon is the other thing I was saying. Okay. My next one is a horror film directed by Wes Craven. I think it's early 90s. I'm not entirely sure. It's called The Serpent and the Rainbow.
That sounds like a Conan film.
It does actually, but it involves it's a horror film, fantasy film, involving a sort of investigation into zombification in Haiti. I can never say it right. And it's, get this, it's based on a factual account, a supposed factual account involving a sort of an ethnobiologist who went there to investigate zombification because there was this belief it was a poison that was used to turn people into this sort of vegetative state where they were still mobile and could follow orders. So it's based on a factual book, but this was a proper horror fantasy book. Film. Bill Pullman was in it, president in ID4. And it was kind of cool. The story it almost felt like you were watching a cut down version of a bigger story, because there was lots of voiceovers explaining, transitions between scenes, which is never a good sign. However, I quite liked it. It did jump around a lot, but I guess because it was based on a factual story, and factual stories do not follow film story logic, do they? Film stories, things build, but in real life, you go home for a bit and come back and invest, and that's what they were kind of doing in this. But whenever he kept having these weird visions, and there was a really cool shot where he was eating some soup after he'd left Haiti, but he'd been kind of drugged or something, and then this like zombie hand slowly comes out of the soup, right, and starts trying to grab him, and he's like in a dinner party with other people, so he's kind of not sure what to do. He's just sort of shocked, and then the hand goes back. It looked really fantastic. It looked really cool. Lots of practical effects.
That scene from Drag Me to Hell.
I was going to say Drag Me to Hell was a similar with a cake, isn't it, and an eyeball, but this had a hand coming out of soup. It just looked really good. And it didn't quite hang together plot wise, but I kind of enjoyed it. And the reason I watched it is, I've already mentioned the United Nations of Horror podcast. They did their first podcast was like a retrospective on Wes Craven, who died recently. And they talked about this film and talked highly of it. And it's one I've been meaning to watch for a while, and I finally got around to it. Interesting film, and I thought I was so intrigued by it, I actually ordered the book off Amazon straight after watching it, because I want to read the factual account now.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it does sound cool. It was a real story of this guy that went to investigate what was going on. It's kind of apparently it's quite a detective story, because they're trying to get to people that make this stuff that turns people into zombies. It's a well documented thing in Haiti. Why can't I say that word? This occur. People get turned into zombies and then basically fall slaves. And it lasts for years, and they can't talk and stuff, but they can follow orders. And I think the belief is there's two poisons. There's one that turns you into a state where you're pronounced dead. It lays your heart function so low you're pronounced dead. And there's a second poison that revives you from that state, but you're obviously not of sound mind anymore. But it's tied into voodoo and beliefs that you've stolen someone's soul, so someone's soul sits in a jar. So a lot of it was kind of reminiscent of the Live and Let Die, actually. Some of the scenes in that, because there was like dancers in very colourful clothes and these voodoo rituals. Baron Samedi was there eating fire or something in the film, and in a ceremony and stuff like that. It was fun. It was kind of fun, though. At the end didn't quite. It wasn't like perfectly tied up movie logic ending kind of thing. And there was a few gratuitous things that were there just to sell the film, like a sex scene that between the two lead characters where they weren't romantically involved, and then after the sex scenes they acted like they hadn't had a sex scene. So it was like, I think that was put in after the film was made, just to sort of titillate, make it a bit more titillating. Do you know what I mean? But I kind of liked it. I always liked Bill Pullman, I think. It was kind of cool. Anyway, so that's my last one.
Okay. There is something else I wanted to talk about. I actually sent this to you as well.
Oh, you did? Sorry, you sent me a link, didn't you? And I forgot.
Yeah.
Damn. Go on.
It's like proof of concept footage for a Gamera film. A modern Gamera film.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's got like it's got the bat thing, the Gauss, as well as this weird squid monster that shows up towards the end. But Gamera himself looks pretty good. And they've got like the proper roars and shrieks and everything. And people think that it might be a sequel to... you remember the end of the last when we said they were like, oh, there's this huge swarm of Gauss coming towards us, and
Yeah,
they
it
sort of
just
walked
handed
off.
on a cliffhanger and like that was it.
Yeah, people
Sequel to
think
that.
that this is going to be like an extension of that because there's like loads of Gauss and it looks almost post-apocalyptic at points.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd go watch it.
Yeah.
I would go watch that. Yeah, oh, nice.
So yeah.
There's been a few other things in the sort of media world that worth mentioning. Spectre's just had another trailer come out. In fact, shall we talk about that next time? Because neither of us, I haven't seen it. I'm sure you haven't.
I've not.
But also, I've just found out the X-Files is coming to Blu-ray on HD now.
Oh,
that
that's pretty
entire lot, and I love the X-Files, so I know what I'm going to ask for Christmas. And I mean, it's all right. Well, no, it isn't. It's pretty poor on DVD. It's all right on a small screen, but on a big screen, it looks kind of poor. And apparently, because they filmed in proper film and they've got the originals and all that, it's going to look great. Apparently, it looks like a completely new series. It looks that good. You know, it looks like it's really fresh. So I'm kind of really keen for that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, shall we get on with our main film?
Okay.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Get on with it!
Okay, The Sword and Sorcerer, 1982. This kind of ties up with some other stuff we've watched recently. We watched Beastmaster and Halt the Slayer, for example.
Yeah.
Kind of much of a muchness. This is slightly more at the sleazy end of the scale.
Yeah.
Halt the Slayer's the clean end, as it were.
Yeah.
The kid-friendly end. This is much more sleaze. Beastmaster's in the middle, I'd say.
Yeah.
There's a few booby shots in Beastmaster, but none of this was way more sleazy and bloody. It was to me it was kind of a wet film in that it was like glistening bodies or blood,
it was like hammer blood sort of thing.
Yeah, and they were always in sweaty caves and things.
Yeah,
and it was a bit fuzzy.
They
as well.
always seem to figure out some way to get the main character with his top off.
Yeah, and it was. Did you like it? Firstly,
it was weird, but I kind of enjoyed it a bit. There were bits where it just dragged out. But
do you think now? I thought it was fun pretty much all the way through. I did notice this was like this is a really weird link. The the actor that was the main bad guy, not the wizard demon thing, but the bad guy, Cromwell. He wasn't the same actor. He was an American actor, but he looked quite a lot like the guy that played Voltan's son in Halt the Slayer. Though Voltan's son was significantly younger, he kind of looked quite a lot like him. It was kind of weird.
Oh man, this guy's been in a lot of bad films.
Yeah.
Well, he's been in a lot
what's his name?
of,
Richard something, isn't it?
Richard Lynch.
Richard Lynch. He's quite. I've seen him in lots of TV.
A lot of what sound like shaky films.
I've seen him in other stuff. He's been in TV and stuff. I'm sure he's been on. He must have been in Star Trek: Next Generation. I'm sure he has.
So,
or something.
He was in
like
an
that.
episode of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, was he? Oh, the 70s one.
Yeah, and he was in an episode of Next Generation.
Yeah, and I wouldn't surprise. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if he found his way into the X-Files or something like that. It was that kind of era of TV.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about. I'm not going to bother going through the plot so much, but maybe some of the highlights. The beginning, I kind of like the beginning with the witch raising the weird demon thing. What did you think of the
Force pulls her heart out?
Yeah, he made like
that was amazing.
Darth Vader looked like a right wussy, didn't he? Pulling out someone's heart using the Force. Wow! And I like the glowing nails when he did it as well. Yeah, that's kind of cool. What do you think of the model?
The model.
Well, it was. It was half model, half bloke in a suit.
I think it was a guy in like heavy prosthetics.
Yeah, but I think the arms were a model, or they might have been. I wasn't sure.
I reckon it's like what are they?
It was a big body suit,
giant big green things where they've got the really long clawed arms. But yeah, it's just like arm extensions, and the guy in the suit controls the fingers.
It's pretty cool. A lot of latex in this film.
Oh yes.
There was also the face. The wall of faces. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a chest of faces.
Oh yeah. But there was But
there was lots of weird, distorted faces making up a chest.
yeah, first you see this weird thing, and then a pair of eyes open, and then it's like weird faces and stuff.
And
like
everything goes to hell.
And the witch, she made a big mistake reviving him, didn't she?
Yeah.
Was his name Zay? I forgot what his name.
Zazor. Zuzia. And
they're basically digging him out to win a war, aren't they? And you basically, this, with the help of this wizard, he conquers almost everyone except one last army, and he decides he can't trust the what is it, like a wizard demon?
It says on the Wikipedia that it's an ancient sorcerer, a long dead sorcerer.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I'm not even sure. He possesses people. He does everything that a demon can do. But hey, he's just a sorcerer.
Yeah, and they stab him. And he looks like he's dead, but he turns out he's managed to crawl away or something, and he's done a bit of a Sauron, and sort of crawled off and revived. Anyway, that happens years later. Anyway, he beats the king's army, doesn't he? This bad guy Cromwell. And the son escapes.
Yeah.
But the bad guy kills the king, and the queen's got a daughter. The daughter thing confused me, because was that what happened with the daughter? I'm still not sure.
I don't know.
No. Basically, they kill the king and they get the queen, and the son's got away, but he's got a magic sword. Well, he's got a sword that fires blades. It's a very cool sword, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of looks cool when it's all together, but
it looks goofy when he fires it. Whee! It flies through the air. And the boy sees the queen's head chopped off, doesn't he? Or was it?
He sees her killed, and then he just runs off.
Yeah, the bad guy says, "Declare me king, and I'll let your daughter live." And she stabs him. Good old days. And he runs off, and he goes off to become like a sort of mercenary adventurer.
Basically, does Hawk the Slayer pretty much.
Do you think? I think, you know what he reminded me of whenever he comes on screen, and this was helped by the music cues. Ace Rimmer. That's what I thought of. Whenever he came on, the music went da-da-da-da or something.
Yeah, a little.
And he was like, he had the big hair, the big 80s hair.
Yeah.
And he was always grinning, and like, virtually, they could have put a twinkle in his eye on the effects, and it would have been in place. It was kind of fun.
It just needed to cut to like some peasants going, "What a guy."
Yeah, it did. That would have been perfect. Did it? What do you think it was more like? Was it more like Conan or other fantasy? What do you think?
It was probably more like Beastmaster, I gotta say.
It was very similar to Beastmaster, wasn't it? I'll tell you what else
he was like, "Hey, I'll help your kingdom, but promise me a night with the princess."
Yeah, it was kind of, oh yes.
Sort of he was very much a sex pest throughout the entire film.
Yeah, and there was one funny bit where I say funny, let me qualify it. When I say funny, I don't mean the beginning bit, I mean at the end. It starts with some guards attempting to rape the princess, and he's obviously got his dick out, and this guy just pops round the corner and he goes da-da-da-da. And he says, "Oh, what's going on here?" And he said, I can't remember what he said, but he says, "That's a very small threat." He basically made a dick joke. And he I think the other guy ran at him, and he just stepped aside and he ran into the wall. And then the other guys just ran away. They were so intimidated
He actually gets to use his big cool sword, because the villains just kill themselves.
They're just so scared of him or something. They ran away, or they killed themselves or something. And he saves her, and she's not very grateful.
I find the bit later where he crashes into a harem to be funnier.
Oh yeah, is that like
leading his swashbuckling escape? He crashes through a wall, lands straight into the breasts of some.
Yeah, that was funny. I like the fact that didn't
just
start.
Sort of goes hello, and all the harem starts helping him.
Yeah, it's not cool. The funny bit about that harem scene is like there's a woman oiling another woman's buttocks for a good 30 seconds before they crash into it. It's just, but what's this about? It suddenly cut to that. It's like, what's going on? And suddenly he bursts in with his mate. I like some of his mates. There was the black fella who was he was obviously a bodybuilder, but he had a dodgy wig on or something.
Yeah.
And he was obviously German or something, because he could barely talk. He had a very strong accent of some sort that sounded German to me. I don't know what it was. But he was a terrible actor, but it was kind of funny. He was delivering these cheesy lines like, I don't know. I was thinking at one point, are they trying to do Arnie? But I think no, he's
Probably.
not. He's not got the talent. He's not. He just talks like that. And, he's just, and it's kind of because he was, and basically every sea rat and in the port, owed their life to him at one point. Right? It was a proper race rimmer, so they're all coming to help him out. And also, I like the fact that the entire army was just to be slain by archers. This was at the beginning, and he just throws. He looks around, sees a few things, and just throws a torch into like a pit of petrol.
No, that's the thing. Like he kept like solving his problems by throwing oil at people and then lighting it on fire.
And he set a light to all his archers and saved these guys. And he just stood there with grinning. And he went,
He just stood there like with this massive feces-eating grin.
It was,
and then later he just like chucks a keg of something over someone. And then just throws another torch at him.
Yeah, he loved it. It was kind of fun, really.
Yeah.
The musical cues really made me laugh. They reminded me of Sinbad.
Yeah,
Some of
it was
the
very
vibe,
Sinbad-y.
the vibe of this was kind of. It was definitely Conan in there, and a bit hard to say, but it was definitely a Sinbad-y kind of vibe. And it also reminded me a bit of Excalibur. Because of the shine, there was bits with shiny armor.
Excalibur.
Well, in Excalibur, there's lots of shiny armor.
Yeah,
in fight scenes.
That, but
and there was a bit of that in this, and the music just made me laugh every time they played it. If you watch it again, you won't be able to unhear the music because it's proper silly. It's almost like pirate music or swashbuckling music.
That sounds amazing.
And there was loads of blood. Loads of blood. Lots of innuendo, especially, you got a small dick joke at the expense of the rapey guy. It was a bit sleazy in places.
Oh, yeah.
Probably more so than Beastmaster, like I said. But it was kind of fun. You glad you saw it?
Yeah.
It was worth seeing.
Weird.
There was lots of films like this in the early 80s. It's really odd. I think Conan inspired or...
This got a sequel in 2007.
Did it?
Yeah. A pseudo-sequel called
called?
Tales of an Ancient Empire. It's got Michael Paré and Kevin Sorbo in.
Michael Paré, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Though apparently it's described as sinking to sad new lows. One of the worst films this guy's ever seen.
Oh, yeah. That just means he hasn't seen enough films.
Uwe Boll's status as the reigning king of movie crap.
To be honest, though, unless someone's talking about Highlander 2 or maybe a couple of other films, when they say this is the worst film I've ever seen, you just know that they haven't seen enough films.
Yeah. Oh my god, the guy that directed this is his first film, I think.
It's not bad for his first film. Pretty good.
Journey to the Center of the Earth was. It's a different one to the one.
There's been a few versions of that.
Yeah. I'm looking at this, and nothing really jumps out at me that we've seen.
What do you think of the lead? Was it Talon?
He was pretty good.
He hasn't really done much else. I can't remember him for anything. I'm just going to check IMDb while we're talking.
Lee Horsley.
I did recognise Simon McCorkindale as Micah, right? He was
in Django Unchained.
Lee Horsley.
Yeah.
Oh, Tarantino obviously loves this film.
Yeah.
So that's why. Yeah. Oh, he's in Hateful Eight as well. The new. Oh, and he's also in Tales of an Ancient Empire, but as the Stranger. Probably.
I've got him here as Talon.
Oh, yeah, and this is the Stranger. Wow, he's in a film called The Wild Women of Chastity Gulch. Wow. And this looks like his first film as well. Wow. He was pretty good. I mean, he's not famous because we don't really know him at all, but I think it was pretty good considering he did the Ace Rimmer stuff really well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun. I liked it. I liked this film. It's kind of silly. I think the woman in it. Hold on. What was the princess's name?
Alana.
Malaya?
Alana. Kathleen Bella.
Sorry, I've got
She was in Godfather Part 2. Oh, as a kid.
she kind of looked familiar. She reminded me of the girl in The Warriors, but it's not her.
Yeah.
Okay, on IMDb, this has got 5.7. Do you think that's a fair score?
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Okay, what would you give it out of 10?
I'd give it a 6.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6. I kind of liked it. It wasn't great. In fact, no, I gave it a 7. I think I gave it half a point. Well, sorry, 1 point more just for the sword. I like the climax. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was okay.
Where he fired his sword.
Smashed, and then it turned into a knife fight.
Oh, did you? There was a really cool shot that was mental.
Yeah.
Where basically it was a silhouette of him jumping into a crowd of men, like to fight them. And it cut away. It's like, well, that was a really cool shot, but what happened? But then it kind of, a minute later, it cut to something else. A minute later, you see him do it again, kind of do the same thing again, but in full, you could see him. And he cuts through all their swords. They got a load of swords up, and his sword cuts through them all. Do you remember that bit?
Yeah, I remember that. He's just sort of like, it's got him from the front, and he's just sort of like mouth open roaring, and he just sort of swings it across, and they all shatter.
Yeah, and then they'll grab him, so it was kind of...
Yeah, and they all start stabbing
he went
him
down
with
easily.
The broken swords.
Yeah. So,
kind of redundant, really.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. What can you say? Okay, I think we've kind of bled that one dry.
Yeah.
We're not sure what we're watching next time, but we'll get back to you in a week. And I'm talking to the audience now, not you.
Yeah.
And figure out what's what. It's weird. It's hard to figure out who this is pitched at. I guess teenagers.
I'm thinking it was probably teenage. It was trying to get the Conan audience, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
But actually, when was Conan made?
Well, this is the confusing thing. I believe Conan was 82 as well, but it can't have been. This must have come after Conan. Hold on, let me have a look. I know Destroyer was 84.
This was...
it says 82.
Yeah.
Which is confusing.
14th of May. 82.
And this says 30th of April. So this came out 2 weeks before Conan. And
wow. This is weird.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe
This is
Beastmaster.
This has got a great poster.
Yeah. Which one? I've seen like 3.
Oh, there's one where you kind of see the back of the alien and he's fighting like a... I think it's a snake. Or it might be the demon and the snake. Because he has a fight with a snake. Oh, yeah, it's one where there's a snake attacking the princess on the floor.
Yeah.
I also really like the opening font that said the sword and the sorcerer. Very gothic, but with silver and red, I think. It was kind of cool. The music just crap. Really, I think the music most of all made this work for me because it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's the poster. A lusty epic. This is what the poster says. A lusty tale of revenge and magic. Sorry,
Dungeons,
the print is
Dragons,
really...
Wizards and Witches, Damsels in Desire, and a warrior caught between.
Yes. And there's a wizard standing in the background too. Yeah.
Did you not notice that?
No, I didn't, because I was looking at a small picture and all I could see was the bloke with the swords and the snake and the princess.
Yeah.
It's only when you blow it up a bit. It's a cool poster though. I really like it. All right then, should we call that one, call a day on this one?
Yeah.
All right. Bye from me.
Bye.